can't stay but a few minutes.
Okay, Carol. Yeah, you're going off to the flea market, aren't you?
Well, I've got to go pick up some car parts for Sonny, and then I got to go meet somebody at the flea market. I told him I'd be over there today, but I don't know about setting up, but I'll probably go over tomorrow and set up. Uh, really, I'll probably just go have lunch with my friend today.
Ah, okay.
They make pretty good food.
Well, good morning. This is the Saturday morning TMR behind the scenes podcast. Just like to start the show with this morning that we've had another fallen angel. An angel's gained its wings over the last day. David Brown off of he's not off of WinMX. His sister, Sage Girl, she's on WinMX. And she sadly got some news yesterday from the local police saying that he passed away at the age of 44. So he's from 1978 to 2023. With that, we'd like to hold a minute's silence in respect for him. And may all the prayers and tears all compress into one and send him on his way. So I'd like to start that minute of silence now. And with that, I've put a post up on the podcast with a favourite song of ours, and I send it out for Sage Girl. It's Jelly Roll with These Tears. I think it's respectful at this time, and I do believe Neil's going to follow on the morning show with some 1972s. I heard that he's into all kinds of music, so I hope this will keep him dancing on the stairway to heaven. Well, guys, this is the Saturday morning podcast. Morning, Carol. Morning, Tony. We got DJ Tina Toons.
Morning.
We got Junkyard Dog. We got DJ Eddie. And DJ Mute has joined the chat. She's awake, Neil. Woo-hoo.
Holy cow, she got up.
Well, we've got an announcement out there to make today. I do believe DJ Tony would like to make an announcement.
Oh, I'm announcing it?
Well, you wanted to announce it last week, so I thought now's the ideal opportunity for you.
What haven't you told me this time?
Well, it looks like I'm probably going to be getting married.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. I know everybody probably thinks I'm crazy and stuff like that because it's only been, hardly 4 weeks. But I've known her since high school and nothing's changed. And,
once you get married, a lot will change.
That's what I said. The ball and chain comes on.
Yeah, that's true. But I think this is it. I'm ready for it.
You're ready for it?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think that. Yeah. Yeah, it's this is going to be kind of like a little taste of what it's going to be like because I'm going to be there for about a week and a half. So, yeah.
Yeah, but you're being there a week and a half and you're getting married in that week and a half.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not going to be like right away. We're just going to.
Buck like rabbits, yeah.
See how it goes.
Yeah, right. No. We're gonna wait. But who knows? Who knows? Whatever happens, I guess.
Wow, we won't comment on that, will we, Neil?
6 months. 6 months.
Yep.
What are you going 6 months for?
Oh, at least 6 months. You got to know them at least 6 months.
Why can't you live in sin?
Right.
What?
She's very religious.
Okay.
It's very religious. Yeah.
Well,
All right, that's cool.
Some women won't live in
Thank
sin.
you.
Yeah.
Tony just happened to find that one.
Yeah.
Right.
well, anyway, I did announce I'm bad, and I'll admit it to you, Tony. I did announce last week to Carol that you're looking at getting a web page and the DJ requester and everything now from Jerry.
Yeah.
I have noticed that you've changed radio service. Congratulations.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah.
I hope that's
Morning.
more. I hope that's more affordable for you.
Yes. Quite.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. Even with the their fastest or the best one that they had to offer, I'm still saving like $60.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said to you. You would save about $60. That's what we're on, and it's been unbelievable. Like, we haven't had no maintenance issues. It's always been up. It's never dropped. So it's never been a technical problem for us.
Right.
The web page and that, as I said to you, like you get the swing of that.
We've been with them for over a year now, or about a year, just a year now, and I've never even had to put in a service ticket, a service request, to ask them a question. All of their information is right there we need.
Yeah. The only time that we sent in some service requests and tickets was when we first started up with them, and we were setting up the YouTube and Twitter and all that lot. To get the correct links for that, it took because I put Kit in control of it. He was a bit of a ask questions and get the answers rather than look into it himself. And
he was a bit of a Googler.
Yeah. So,
but it wasn't for any problems we were having.
Yeah, no problems.
Never had to put in the service ticket for problem. I've never had a problem.
Yeah.
Their auto DJ was a little confusing at first, but with making playlists, but
yeah.
Once you transfer music over and you hit play, it plays what you have there.
Yeah.
And you get double the auto DJ that you get over there for a cheaper price.
Yeah, that's true. And and you're right. You can always switch up the playlist as well.
I switch mine every 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, the listeners actually notice that there's new music in the playlist. They comment to me on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one good thing that we have found, that by rotating the playlist of the auto, it keeps more people tuned in through those times.
Right. Yeah, that's what I've been looking to do too, is get a new playlist put in there, and it was, yeah, something that I've been meaning to do.
I mean, I don't max out my playlist. I mean, they give us what, 15 or 40. I mean, they give us 30 gigabytes, and I only put like 7 gigabytes in, and every 6 weeks I put another 7 to 13 in, and
We've got 9 gigabytes in there at the moment,
9. Yep.
and we've got 30 gigabytes of space. So that's
Right.
961 tracks that are rotating on a daily basis. So
Well, let me
Yeah.
send you some music.
Please send me some of those, because I'm ready to I'm ready to get some 80s hair bands in there.
They are sent.
Oh, wait a minute.
I hate to leave everybody, but I'm going to have to get going. He's going to be sitting over waiting on me for lunch, and I still got to go get them car parts.
not a problem,
Well,
Carol. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Be safe.
Have fun.
Yeah.
All right, Carol, drive carefully.
Okay. I'll try to have fun.
Neil,
All right,
you
I'm
have
just
3
going to
gigabytes.
mute my mic. I might be back before y'all get done, but I doubt it. Because if I go over for lunch, I probably won't be leaving there until probably about 2 or 3. But
Right.
I'll probably just log off. I need
Okay.
to reboot my computer anyway.
Yeah.
So, but I love you all. I'll talk to y'all later.
Have a
All
good time.
right. Bye bye.
All right,
Bye-bye.
Carol. Bye-bye.
So yeah, like you'll get used to it. Like I said, once Jerry gets you the web pages and that, I spoke to Jerry this morning.
Yeah.
And said to him what you were looking at doing with the web pages and that. So he's still in the loop.
Okay.
I told him what I told you about searching for the different web pages and make sure that you start off with something that you know first, because I said you're going to change it, and he agreed. He went, yeah, 110%. He said we do it more often than changing our underpants normally when we do web designs and stuff. So
Yeah.
you'll get used to it. Like I said, you'll update and update and update until you're finally happy. There is going to be a couple of updates to the requests that he's doing. He also said that if you wanted a RGFX exclusive server where it injects the files into SAM like us, there is an option and advantage for that for you as well. So he can program that for you.
All right.
Which I think, as Eddie just found out, because Eddie thought that he had to wait for me to remote him and set him up with Sam and that, because that's what I did when I first set Eddie up. And then I just said to him, "Nah, bud, like just install the DJ request that you got. Make sure you back that up. Install the SAM file off of that. Close everything down once it's installed. Open the DJ request to back up. Open SAM back up, and it automatically puts the files in for you. So there's no more remoting anyone's computer."
Right.
So that's going to be a great advantage to everyone.
Yeah.
And you.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
and me. But it's not just an advantage to me, Tina. It's an advantage to you guys.
I know. I'm joking.
Like the other day when Jen quit, and before that you quit. I had you guys set back up in minutes.
Yeah.
It's just so much of an
He
advantage.
keeps
Yeah.
thinking he's going to retire.
It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah.
I'm getting there. We're slowly ironing out the kinks. I can retire soon.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like I said, we can run internet wire down to that little hole you say you're going to hide in.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm going into hiding for the next 7 months. I'm going
Go with your
underground.
girlfriend.
Nah, I'm going underground, Tina. Fuck her.
Yeah, it's too hot for you.
Right?
Ah,
I don't blame you.
They've just announced, Tony, that we've got El Nino coming.
oh, yeah.
50.7 degrees Celsius, 125 degrees Fahrenheit.
Holy
I don't know
crap.
how you make it.
You be living at the beach.
So,
Right?
yeah, I'm going to dig a fucking great big hole, go and bury myself in it, and stay cool for 7 months.
Yeah, no doubt. Wow.
He's going to try life as a sand crab.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they reckon we're going to hit record-breaking numbers this year, highest we've ever had.
Right.
And I've been here 16 years now, and I came
We're
over.
gonna make coffee.
I came over in 2007, and it was one of their hottest summers then.
Yeah.
And this is going to beat that? Oh, fucking hell no. I'm going into hiding. Like today, we was up to like 34, 35 degrees today. And it ain't even summer yet.
There we go. Yeah.
I feel sorry for poor old Gummy.
No doubt.
Why?
Because he's a cow farmer. He's got to tend to his cattle out in that heat
okay.
all day long.
And
Yeah.
not
He's a
only
little
that,
further inland.
yeah, not only that, he's a little further inland where there's desert.
You think Andy's
okay.
hot? Yeah.
Wow.
If I'm hot, Gummy's like another 5 to 10 degrees on top.
Yeah, I do feel sorry for him.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
Bobby,
gonna be nasty. Nasty hot.
Oh.
you are a saint.
Did you find it?
You found that album that I've been looking for.
Oh, which one?
The 100
Oh,
greatest
yeah.
hair bands. That is now what we are listening to, or that is now what is being DJ'd across Thunder Mountain right now. That
Oh,
album.
that group or that file, big file.
Yeah.
Where is it?
I'll send it to you.
Faltopia?
Yeah. The thing
Okay.
is I found when I typed it in search, it come up with no results.
Okay.
So, and I kept looking at it. I'm like, why isn't it?
Just
I'm bound
drop it in one of the music drives, Bobby.
Yeah. When I wake up, I will. But the thing is, when I went and put it in the search thing, I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. So I looked up something else, and there it was. I probably put an extra E or something in it.
Andy, I don't have Neil or Bobby's drive. Can you put me in it?
You should be in it.
I'm not. I have mine in music by artist Y and music by artist Z. We can do that later.
Yeah, I'll have to do it later because I'll have to remote in, but you should have read access to it because there's two.
I don't.
Bobby's got another drive actually.
Okay.
That might be where the issues come up.
All right, no problem. We'll do it later.
That's something that you're going to have to get set up soon, Tony.
Yep.
Your server.
I'm so
Yeah.
used to sending Neil files in FX
Mhm.
until just this moment. I didn't think, duh, I could have put it on the drive for him.
Yeah.
See,
So,
we've got it that the server that I run here runs every single one of the DJs.
right.
So all your music that you've got in your files, they have access to as well.
Yeah.
My idea, I'll be honest, because I thought it would be ideal for them, being that I had such the large music collection, like 11 terabytes.
Yeah.
They could access it whenever they wanted, and if they formatted or had problems with their computer or stuff like that, they could still do their shows and stuff from the files.
Right. So, are you guys using Chowcast?
For
For the like for connecting to to use for your SAM?
no, we still use Icecast, the same as what you're doing with Radio Boss.
Right.
But the only difference is that we've done away with MySQL now.
Right. Okay.
We run purely off an MS SQL server.
Right. Okay.
So what we've done is where you've got your problems with MySQL, it freezes up, locks up, won't accept all your music. The list is endless. So we found a method around that.
Right.
Now the method that we found is this. I can bring it up on the screen. So we've got our own SQL server, and what we do is we give a username and a password to the DJ,
Right.
and all they do is click on when you set it up. Instead of going to MySQL, you click on MSSQL, and you just give them their username. For instance, this is Eddie's. Down here in the security, you give them their login details and stuff like that, as you can see here.
Right.
And it creates their own database up here. So if I go into there and go down to tables, once it expands, 2 seconds, my kid's knocking on the door.
Get out of here.
So anyway, it bring up this here,
That was the chair.
and every one of his tracks. If I go in here and go edit all rows, it's working. It's a little bit slow because it's the server.
Yeah.
That'll give me every music track that he's got.
Right. Okay. Yeah. See it.
Alright. He's added a lot of stuff that hasn't been named by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
no, there it is. There's all the titles.
okay, yeah,
But every user has their own account in here, look. So instead of installing MySQL, they just log on to our server.
right.
Now, I don't know if Jerry can do that for you. That would be something you have to talk to me about and negotiate.
Right.
But it has eradicated over 50% of our problems.
Right.
I've actually maxed this out. If I actually do mine, it'll sit there and it'll fucking turn over and turn over and turn over. But I'll close it out and I'll go into here. Sorry for the viewers at home. We are sharing screen on Skype, just talking a few things behind the scenes. So
We're learning something. We're having class.
we sure are. In this
I
one,
need tutoring.
we've got the setup guide of how to set up XAMPP, which is a MySQL fix, but it still limits your file sizes.
Right.
So we then went over to this, where we set up a username and password in the database, and it all goes in to the SAM, and that's it. Job done. It's a lot, and I've maxed this out. I think it was there thoroughly tested to 237,786 files.
Wow.
And that wasn't even half my list.
Right.
So that's what I was saying to you. Like we've managed to iron out those few little errors that we've been having. MySQL was a big issue. We fucked it off. Got rid of it. No good having it.
Yeah.
We brought the DJ requester in that now does all the rest of the stuff for us.
Yeah.
Since we've done them too, I'll be honest with you, Tony. Well, we've got 4 of our DJs here. Bobby and Neil, obviously manager and owner. They tell you, they haven't had to ask or come running for tech support in 4 months.
At least.
Yeah.
Like that's the bonus of the way that we've got it set up. You can still go down the lines of MySQL, and there is a fix there that I can show you how to do. That's not a problem. But if you want to fix it completely, it might be worth having a chat with Jerry and seeing if with this package you can do the MSSQL host as well.
Right.
It's nice that even the least of us technical people, raising my hand, that's me I'm talking about, even the least of us technical people can still run the programs and have less hiccups.
Right.
See the joy of the way we've got Sam set up now is that every time a DJ opens up the requester, obviously they normally open the requester up first and then it opens Sam up afterwards. As soon as they do it in that order, it injects the SAM file into their player.
Oh, alright.
So what happens is if, say, Tina went in there and accidentally clicked on a setting in her SAM and it stopped her microphone, but her microphone was working the show before. If she comes to Neil and Bobby and goes, "Oh, look, it was working that yesterday. It's not working now. I haven't closed Sam down." All they've got to turn around and say to her is, "Right, shut down Sam, shut down the requester, open the requester, open the SAM, you're fixed.
Yeah.
It puts all settings back to the main admin setting. That basically what they do is there's a core file within SAM. It's either hidden in a local app directory or it's in your x86 directory. And you copy that over to Jerry from your computer, Tony. No one else. No one else's. It's got to be yours, because yours are the settings that are going to be correct. You copy that over to other people's computers, and then as soon as that program opens up, it sends your settings straight into their computer.
Right.
So you know that there is no problems, and that does that every time it opens.
Right.
We had a problem last night. Sorry, not last night. A few weeks ago, Eddie wanted to change his name in SAM so it displays his name up in the music announcer that we've got in WinMX. And I said to him, like, the problem that you're going to have is because we now inject the file in, as soon as you change that setting, you got to go back and change it next week if you want to do the same thing, because the DJ requester wipes that setting out. So there are a few technical issues. I am going to speak with Jerry about them and see if we can maybe do a config edit or something to each individual DJ, but I don't think it's going to be possible.
I see. Okay.
So, because obviously if you're sending a global settings out, you can't change a global setting. Because what happens is the DJ requester grabs the file from Jerry's server and injects it into SAM player.
Right.
So your SAM core file is basically sitting over here in a cloud, and every time a DJ comes online, it throws that file to that DJ. So I don't think there's a possibility of changing the settings individually, you know what I mean? But that's an advantage, because at the end of the day, you know then that all the settings are never going to be changed.
Right.
And believe it or not, it's so easy to remove. If you've got to remove a DJ, like, say, Salty, and you've got to remove them, all you do is you open up the DJ requester, and this is what's bloody fantastic. I'll show you this.
And the key is to not let them have access to that.
Right.
You go in here. No, Tony's only going to have one for him, Carol, and I think Music Man.
Can I have access?
No. Yeah.
So anyway, you go in here, you find out their name. So, Bobby, I'm going to pick on you. You go down to the name here, DJ Mute. You just turn it to false.
Right.
As soon as you click that update user there, that DJ cannot DJ ever again.
Right.
Because it injects the SAM core file into the SAM player every time, and it's also got a code set into it to wipe it when you close SAM player out.
Right.
So it doesn't overwrite it. So as soon as you close SAM, it wipes the core file. As soon as you open the DJ requester, it re-adds the DJ requester core file. So if you want to fire a DJ, they don't have your password, they don't have any of your usernames, anything like that, it's all gone.
Right. Okay.
He's added the kick encoder. That's mainly for you. We don't use it. We can kick on Radio Boss, but he's just made it easier for us to do it.
It does come in handy if say a DJ locks up and they're stuck. you can go in and kick it.
Right.
Or if they've walked away and had to run and left their sand player running.
Went to the beach.
Yeah, went to the beach.
We had a DJ that went to the beach, set Sam to go, and went to the beach. It's like, oh wow.
Yeah.
So it comes in handy for that respect. We haven't actually used it yet, but I know you were having problems, so Jerry's implemented that.
Yeah.
I can't talk about any of the updates, I'm afraid, because I don't know much. Did he share anything with you, Bobby?
No, he's still getting over some stuff. We went on a wild tangent last night. We didn't really talk a whole lot about like the updates and stuff he's working on.
Yeah, Andy and I couldn't even get a word into edgewise. You guys were just talking away.
Oh, we were complaining about the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts.
Should I ask?
Oh,
Don't get us started.
you're right.
Tina, pretty much just how you can be a girl and join the Boy Scouts now.
Oh my goodness.
But the boys can't join the Girl Scouts,
Well, that's wrong.
right?
I know, that is totally wrong.
Andy's
I
been
can't
trying.
really say anything about that because I belong to a men's organization that does not let women join.
Well, you know,
You racist
Let's-
bastard.
We let
Right.
them cook us meals.
well, it's like I told Jerry.
Just kidding.
I actually left the Girl Scouts because they don't. It was all boring stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And that's why the girls want to join the Boy Scouts because they want to go on the hikes, the camping trips, and the
Right.
adventure stuff. And I get it, but you know, instead of invading the Boy Scouts, they should have forced the Girl Scouts to update, to
Right. I
include
agree.
more stuff.
Or merged it.
Well, it's like I told him. I said, instead of merging, you know, like the Boy Scouts they are forced to include the girls. They should have created a whole different program.
Right.
And they could,
Hey, less of that.
you know,
Us boys like the girls coming over, you know.
right.
Yep.
I'll have to get that picture.
We're not complaining.
Picture.
I'll agree with that.
Andy got all decked out in a wig and a skirt and everything, and changed his name to Andrea,
Andrea.
and tried to join the Girl Scouts, but you know they caught him peeing standing up and they kicked him out.
Right. Bloody good effort, though. He should have squatted instead of standing up peeing.
And the Yetis in the
Should've known
background.
better.
hollering, Girls can pee standing up. Yeah,
They can.
right.
They can.
It is possible.
It is.
It's
Nasty, but it'd be possible.
Lord, there's a whole story behind that.
They wouldn't
Somebody
let
come-
Andy join. They wouldn't let Andy join Boy Scouts over here.
Right?
They wouldn't.
Right.
They have a rule. They have a rule about eating brownies.
Ah.
Hey. I'm just putting a link in the chat room.
Right? And I had an older lady tell me that there is a way to do it even without that. It said something about if you
You know
pinch
how
it
to
just
aim,
right,
sure,
and I'm like,
listen to
oh
it.
God.
Yeah.
If a woman knows how to aim, she can do it. I was told.
Right?
All
I
right.
personally don't want to know.
You know, it's in that book of information you wish you never knew.
So,
Yeah.
Right.
but like that's just discrimination.
Right. But you know, like
I,
the Adventure Club, it was I believe a Boy Scout thing, and they opened it to include girls. I think they should have just created for the ones who wanted a club without the girls, they have it.
Right.
And then, ones who don't care if the girls are joining, it's a place where the girls can come do the all the fun stuff that the boys are doing. They should have made it a whole separate thing.
yeah.
Because I think the girls have a place where they could go be girls, and the boys have a place where they could go be boys, and that's important.
Yeah.
And they,
But then you got the boys who
oh,
want to be real boys.
right?
Hey, Bobby,
You done
here's
been
a
out, had
here's
coffee.
a here's a commercial break.
But like,
But
I
yeah.
went to I went to the gas station in my pajamas.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even bother changing. I just grabbed the keys and told Andy I had to go for Dr. Pepper.
I get it, but then I also get that it's like I was saying a few months ago when we had that conversation with one of our DJs about his niece and being taught the individual sexualities, and and he was saying about that they can identify as cats and dogs and girls and boys, and
Right.
I get it. You've only got to look at the discrimination between colour, black and white.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
over here, unless you're accepted into the Aboriginal communities, which lucky enough I am, um, you can't speak the way they speak. Like
Right.
Oh,
if I went into like an Aboriginal ground or part of the beach or anything over here, and I went, mate, you can't. And I was speaking to a ranger, and I turned around and said to the ranger, mate, you can't do me for anything. I'm standing on blackfella country. Man, I tell you now, I'll have fucking 20 blackfellas come behind me and throw me off that land.
mm-hmm.
But I was initiated into the one of the tribes over here, or would have been probably 7, 8 years ago now. I was fishing and camping on the beach, and weather got a bit rough, and they had one of their sacred ceremonies, and they took me out to one of the what they call tin huts on the beach up there, and
Yeah.
put a plaque up with my name on, and I was accepted into the Wyoming Aboriginal community,
Cool.
which really was. It
Morning,
was
Cam.
cool. Morning,
You are
Cam.
live.
Morning,
Podcast.
Cam.
Got you. Thank you.
So I understand that there is that racism, slander sort of point of view out there, and I
Mm-hmm.
understand where teachers and that are coming from, saying, well, we've got to ask them how they want to be identified on the morning of the day, because they can be
Yeah.
dragged through the courts left, right, and centre by the parents. If they turn around and say, hell no, you're a boy, go and sit in that fucking chair, like,
Well, the thing I don't understand about that whole thing. Okay, you want to, you're learning. You're learning, discovering who you are, and all that. I get that. But here's the base of it. I identify as a cat. Well, excuse me, my cat is not allowed in school.
exactly.
Have you um my child is allergic to cats, or my child is allergic to dogs. You can't be in the classroom. I think I would get a lawyer and sue. You're
Oh
putting
my
my child
god.
at risk.
What did I walk into?
Hi.
I went on a
Hi.
stupid yesterday.
Hello.
Hello.
Basically, Bobby and Jerry were talking about the new things about
The
Boy
all-inclusive.
Scouts and Girl Scouts. Well, now
Yeah.
the Girl Scouts are wanting to join the Boy Scouts, but the Boy Scouts aren't allowed to join the Girl Scouts. So
You
it's
know that
all one side.
conversation you had last night, Jerry.
No, this is Cam.
I thought I
Yeah.
heard you also.
Oh, Kim was in part of it, and then he went to bed.
Yeah, I went to sleep. I was tired.
I think we were talking about the stupidity on the TikToks and stuff, and I don't think we had got to the Boy Scouts before Cam went to bed.
But like I said, the sexuality thing, I understand it. But when it comes to the cats and dogs and guinea pigs and fucking all that shit, I think that's ridiculous.
Right?
But if the school asks if you're male or female, that at the moment is a very touchy subject because they've turned around and said that you can identify as even there. If you want to be a woman, you can be a woman. If you want to be a man, you can be a man. Like, and it's going to turn that whole racism fight into the same as a black fella to a white fella. It's like,
Well, where do they go to the bathroom? You know, you send your child to school for an education, and
they
they
get an
spend half the
education
day.
in the bathroom.
Well, right? They spend half the day just trying to figure out where to go pee.
Well, I got education in the bathroom too, but we won't go there. So, I mean, I get where you guys are coming from, but from a student point of view,
Right.
um, sorry, but I don't deal with crazy. I
Right.
don't, and I don't see the point in the school even discussing it.
Well, you know,
They
my
could
my thing is
simply,
make them homeschool.
well,
If you
yeah,
want to allow your child to go around the bend and completely just go ape shit, homeschool 'em. We don't
well,
have time for this in school.
what to me, it's more of a, it's how do I put it without offending?
Be offensive. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I can understand a teacher asking, what name do you want to be called?
Right.
And if it's a boy and they say I want to be called Cheryl, then you obviously know what
Yeah.
what they are. And so you can refer to them as Cheryl as that's what they want. And don't refer to them as a him or a her or anything like that. Just refer to them as Cheryl,
Right.
because it might confuse any of the other students that don't understand what's going on and are like, okay, what is this crazy person doing? You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
not a business of a school to teach any of that. It's the parents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I don't have kids, don't want kids, never mind, thank you, I'm good to go. But
Right.
if I did have kids, that's not the teacher's business to be talking about sexuality in the classroom. I'm there, math,
No,
Exactly.
the
English.
thing is, what the subject of that was, Cam, that a few months ago, when Kit was on board, his niece was going to
Mm-hmm.
school and they were teaching them
Okay.
that the kids could go to school and change their identity. They could be a boy, they could be a girl, they could be a cat, they could be a dog, they could be whatever they wanted. And unfortunately,
Yeah.
the teachers have got to say to them, well, what do you want to be today? And he turned
That's
around,
Right.
BS.
and he turned around and said,
It is.
that is absolute bullshit. And I agreed with him to an extent that the animal
Yeah.
side of things should not be included.
Right, yeah.
But the
Because you
sexuality,
identify as an animal.
the sexuality side of things, it doesn't matter what age you are. You could be frigging 11 or 12 years old or even younger and identify yourself as gay
Yeah.
or
I was 12,
lesbian.
so I get it. I was 12 when I knew well, probably earlier than that. I knew I liked guys.
Exactly.
So I get where you're coming from. Absolutely 100%. However,
Your
that was
sexuality
never
doesn't really have anything to do with the education system.
no.
No.
That was between me and my rents.
Exactly. But then you've also got to look at it from the other side of the point of view, Cam. As I said, with
Mhm.
the difference between white and black.
Okay.
If you're talking, if a teacher identifies a black person as a white person, they're in court. If they identify a white person as a black person, they're in court.
Right.
Hmm.
So you've also got to look at it as the same thing that if you go to, if that kid goes to school and that teacher doesn't ask that each day, are you a boy or are you a girl? Because they might be in between, they might be deciding, they might have already decided.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
and they go back to their parents and say, look, I'm being picked on by the teacher because of this or because of that, or they won't let me be what I want to be. Because that's what Kit was basically saying. He was saying, like, look, they shouldn't even be taught this, they shouldn't even be asked this, blah, blah, blah. But they had kids going to the school and going, well, I want to be a cat or I want to be a dog. And it was like,
Well,
you
you
get
know,
my point? Like, the teachers are treading on a fucking fine line with their job. They're not allowed to smack kids,
Right.
they're
And
not
they-
allowed to do this, they're not allowed to do that.
and
Right.
they,
Now I
and they
get it from
should be
that
like
point of
that.
view.
You know,
Right.
the
I get it
easiest
from
way
the
to get
teachers.
out of a pop quiz is to start a debate.
Right. And I get it from the teacher's point of view. But then from another perspective is the teacher shouldn't even be put in that position by the educational system.
Right.
Exactly, and
Right.
that is
And so it
100%
falls-
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you have to look at it from that point of view. And I get it. Because if I was a teacher right now, I would totally quit. I would
Yes.
find a new job. Seriously.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to spend the next,
And there is a teacher
Here.
shortage.
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe they'll get the message then. But
Yeah.
we live in a society today, and I'm gay. Everybody knows it. It's not a big secret.
What?
Are you really?
Yeah, I know, right?
Holy cow!
Oh my god. Yeah,
Oh my God.
and I
I'm
know. I tell you, I was too. You know, stop. But
I'm astonished.
but it wasn't
Yeah.
something I broadcast all over my school.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like I'm gay today, guys. Tomorrow I might be bi, but today I'm gay. You know, like, bullshit.
Right.
You know, that was my business.
Right.
And you know, my
And a
friends
teacher shouldn't
knew.
have to ask every day. I mean,
No,
if you're
If my-
if you're a guy that decided that, oh no, God made a mistake, I should have been a girl, well then you should identify as a girl every day for the rest of your school year as well as the rest of your life. It's not
Right.
today God made a mistake, I want to be a girl. Tomorrow, God did
I'll
make
be
a
the
mistake.
family dog.
Today I'm a boy. I mean,
right.
Yeah.
I get
didn't-
that, but then you've also got to look at the thing, Neil, that because I've watched fucking all these movies and that on TV and shit like that, of where the girl decides that she wants to be a boy today because she likes carpet, and then at the end of the day, a week or 2 weeks later, they're like, well, actually, no, they're stuck up bitches. Like, I want to go back and
Right.
So
Yeah,
you've got to look at it in that point of view too. The teacher might turn around and say to you, or you might come into the teacher today and go, "I'd like to be called Sherry," and then next week or 2 weeks later they come into the class and go, "Oh hell no, I'm not that no more. I'm back to being a guy." Like then you've got the problem,
Right.
like I said before with Cam, that you've got a lawsuit because then you're going, "Well, hold on, I haven't stepped out of place because you told me you were a girl." When now they're re-identifying themselves as a boy. So the teachers are treading on a fucking final, and it's down to the education department putting the teachers in that position that they've got to. A teacher should be set by the education rules and guidelines of the curriculum that they are taught, not by if they step out of line by saying a fucking black sheep's a black sheep or a white sheep's a white sheep. All this.
Right.
I went to fucking preschool with my little boy, right? I taught him all the nursery rhymes that we was taught as a kid. I got punished by the preschool.
Uh-huh.
You can't teach your kid this. Why the fucking hell not? Because it's not bar black sheep no more. They've actually banned that. I'm
You're
like,
kidding me.
since fucking when? And it's like, no, they've banned bar black sheep. They've banned another. There's about 5 or 6 nursery rhymes that we all used to listen to when we was a kid. They've banned now
Right.
because
it's like we're talking
of colours and sexes and.
Dr. Seuss. They've all attacked Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, well, what one was there was one of the Dr. Zeus's that they banned as well, wasn't it?
Can't really make out what he's saying. Sorry.
Say that again, Eddie.
I can't understand
You're
him.
breaking up, Eddie.
Yeah, totally breaking up there.
1 fish, 2 fish.
If I ran the
3 fish, 4
zoo,
fish or something.
yeah. If I ran the zoo, there's a whole list. There's a shitload of them.
And you know, it was bad enough when we were in school that the teachers had to play peacekeeper.
Right.
Because and disciplinarian because the parents wouldn't do it.
Right.
You know, it's pointless to call the parents over issues with their kid because the parents aren't going to do anything with it.
Right.
Right.
And now it's gotten even worse that the teachers do not have time to actually be an educator because they've got to be a counselor and a peacekeeper and all this other stuff. It has no business in there.
Yeah.
What are we learning now? Nothing.
Exactly.
They took away cursive. I mean, how you gonna sign your name?
Well, look at these kids running around today. Good God, I wouldn't claim none of them.
Yeah.
Hey.
You're not a
We'll
kid,
claim
you're an
you,
adult now.
Cam.
Oh, well, that's true. I'm an adult now, so. Yeah,
Now, last year I wouldn't have claimed you. Not just kidding. But no, I mean, these things. That's what we were talking about. Kids are unprepared for the world.
yeah. Oh my God, guys! I am 19 in 10 days. This is awesome.
Oh, happy birthday.
Not yet, but thank you. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. I'll say you already said it.
Yeah. Well,
There
you
was
know, I
6
think
Dr.
what
Seuss
it all
books that
falls
was
back on.
banned.
Go ahead there, Neil.
There was 6 Dr. Seuss books that were banned.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, with this whole name calling and like what people want to be called and stuff like that, and teachers and parents and so forth. I think what it all falls back on is respect
Yeah.
of the individual. Now, before they ask a student what they want to be called, they first need to ask the parents if it's okay that they ask their student or their child if they want to be, if it's okay that they approach them on that, what the child wants to be called.
Right.
And then in the classroom, then they will ask the student if the parent says, okay, yeah, that's fine. Then if the student, says, okay, yeah, that'd be fine, then the parent or the teacher will ask, openly in the classroom, what that student wants to be called. But it all falls back on getting that permission first, rather than overstepping the boundaries. And
no, you've misinterpreted it, Tony. The new rules of schooling is as of sex education, they are teaching the kids that they can cross gender. So they're actually teaching them that today, and then tomorrow when the kids are coming in, the kids are deciding that they're going to be a boy or a girl just off the top of their head.
Right.
So the teachers are actually put in a predicament of where they've got to ask the question.
Yeah.
That's what Kit was getting to when he was talking to us. He said because he'd actually asked for his niece not to be taught the lessons, but they still put her into it. And I turned around and said to him, I said, I can understand why in a way, because it's teaching her about racism and sexuality. I said, because when she leaves school and she goes and gets a job, if there's a guy there that decides that he's going to be a woman and she turns around and gets racist against him, then you're going to be in problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It teaches her how to respect him.
But I do think that they're taking it to the extreme lengths. It is ridiculous.
They've got to
Well,
teach
that.
it got to teach it to a point where the kids today know as they grow up that it's discrimination to tease anybody who feels that they are transgender or to discriminate against it. They've got that it's wrong to discriminate against it.
And that's where the teachers are put in the predicament, because they've got to teach that it's not wrong. So,
but they got to teach that it's wrong to, and they got to teach that it's wrong to discriminate against it.
Yeah,
just like it's wrong to discriminate against somebody that's gay, somebody that's black, somebody that's a woman. Well, that's debatable.
And that's where again, as Cam said, it's the education department that has put them into that position, because they said, right, because of all this new sexuality thing where you can be a man or a woman or this or that. Oh, cutie!
Aww.
It's the fact that with that, they haven't got a choice, because if they do, and they say something wrong, they can they could lose their jobs over it.
Well, and then it goes further. It goes further to those parents who are teaching their kids all of this stuff, and they're wanting the insurance companies to pay for gender reassignment surgery. I'm sorry. Until that child is out of school, they should not be allowed to do that. Because you have a 6-year-old. You know, how many of you have seen your children, your nieces, your nephews, whatever, dress up in dad's work boots, his hat, or trucking around the house in mom's, high heels, just being silly, just playing dress up.
Right.
Now they're taking that. Oh, he's wearing mommy's pearls. We need to rush him in and get his wing cut off and get a hoo-ha. And you have a 5-year-old that has been pushed and molded to think he's a girl And then when he's 18, well, I like God. You know, you can't you un, you can't undo it.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's like,
but still,
I'm not going to mention any names, but I had an ex-partner. She decided that her 9-year-old daughter should have a vibrator.
right?
Oh,
Well,
God.
well. Holy smokes.
Trying to get her out on the corner, pay the light
Yeah.
bill.
Mm-hmm. It was shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say the least, I
Now,
kicked her to the curb too.
I can understand being open minded and supportive of what your child's doing. But if you see your son braiding your daughter's hair, he's not automatically gay. And, right. My husband can brush my hair, braid it, help me roll curlers. Doesn't mean he's gay.
Right.
You have these parents that run away, run wild with it,
Yeah.
Just let your child be who they are. Don't mold them. Let them be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
I think
everything all
Andy,
right over there, Cam?
he stepped away.
He stepped away.
I think his coffee cup went empty.
Oh, I just see a message from Puka.
Ah,
Oh, what did she say?
Um, she's
Or is it private?
she's getting wobbly and weak at the moment by all accounts, and she just said to Cam, send me a PM, Cam. So
well, I hope she's well.
yeah,
Well, I mean, we know that she's not, but
Well, I know all about that transgender stuff and of course being gay and all that kind of stuff because my son is gay, my oldest son, and my youngest daughter is transgender.
Woo.
Yeah. Yeah.
so
She had the operation done when I think she was around 18.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, I really think that she should have waited until she was at least 25, and just
Yeah.
to make sure, because you
Mhm.
never know, like down the road, she might think, well, geez, I should have just kept all my parts, because now I want to be a girl.
yeah.
I don't know. It just, to me, it just kind of just rubbed me the wrong way, really.
Yeah.
And as a parent, I think I should have been included, well, just, in the decision-making process because, the mom was there. She pretty much, had all the reign over the whole thing, like, in discussing with our daughter that, what she wanted to do. Where was Dad at the time? Well, Dad was in Edmonton, and of course couldn't be part of that decision-making process.
You were like only a phone call or a video chat away,
Yeah. But, oh well, it is what it is now.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But I am glad that at least the mom didn't rush away with it, like when the child was 7, because that is so not the time to let them flip and have that surgery.
Yeah.
I do think there should be an age limit on it. That Yeah, okay, some people know their mind when they're 13, but still, it's a safety net for these
Mhm.
kids that don't. But
Yeah.
and then the whole thing of saying that insurance companies ought to pay for it.
Mhm.
It's like cosmetic surgery. It's not uh, a mandatory thing. It's a cosmetic thing. Pay for it yourself.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's
But, yeah.
lawsuits going through the courts now for people that are in prison that are wanting
Oh,
to get the surgery, but they're wanting the state to pay for it.
Yeah.
I just know one thing, and Tony, I'm not making fun of your family member, your son or your daughter. But all I know is if I decide ever to become a woman, I'm going to be a lesbian woman.
Right?
There's no way I'm ever going to get with a man. I don't care what sex I am.
Are you
My
sure?
husband claims that he is a lesbian.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
My husband come out several years ago as a lesbian. He said it's not his fault he's trapped in a man's body.
Yeah.
what'd you
So
say?
I looked at him. I said, "But what if I don't want to be part of a lesbian couple?" And he just stared at me. He wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
That's a good one. But yeah, like I said, I agree with it, but I disagree with it. It's one of them things where you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
And if you don't,
Yeah.
get out of my head, Andy. I was thinking the same thing.
But it
Yeah.
is like I know in my role being a delivery driver, like I've got to be so careful going into people's houses. Like I have to go into people's houses that are Indian, people that are bisexual, gays, lesbians. Like, and you know as soon as you walk in the house.
Right.
Um, and the actual fact that while you're there, you don't know what to say or what to.
Right?
I went to a house the other day, Indian people, couldn't understand a word of what they were saying. They were the full, not Indian, I think they were Arab or something. They had the full face mask with just a bit here seen. But
Yeah.
they had young children running around, and I had to deliver these mattresses, and she's like, just stick them there up against the wall, right next to where the kids were playing.
Oh,
Now, some of these mattresses that I deliver, get a
So
like
heavy.
3-year-old toddler, run into it, and it falls on top of them. It would crush them.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of the Super
Yeah.
Kings that I pick up and put on my shoulder, it puts me to my knees on my own. So
Right.
I'm a fully grown fucking, and I've got a fair bit of meat on me, and it puts me to my knees.
Yeah, you do.
I imagine imagine a 2 or 3-year-old like getting squashed underneath it. I ended up laying them flat in our house and going, look, I've put them like that as safety for the kids, and walked out. But they were gibbering on in some language that I didn't understand. I knew they were having a go at me because they wanted them up against the wall, but I was like, nah, I can't
But
do
at the end
that.
of the day, if she stood them up against the wall and it fell on the kid, you can
It'd be
say
your fault.
they were flat on the floor when I left.
Exactly
If
my
it fell
point.
on the kid, it's on her.
But
Right.
So I got a question. You know, because of the world is changing, and you got to include this and you got to include that. What are you going to do when you go to work and your boss says, okay, to be all inclusive, I'm gonna need y'all to start wearing heels.
I'll tell him to get fucked. I'll go bare feet.
Yeah.
Have you tried wearing
Hey,
heels?
we all know Andy's not afraid to quit.
Right? He's been us for months.
Yeah, no, I ain't afraid to quit. I'll quit any day.
I go back in a few weeks.
Right?
I had a 6-month vacation, Tony.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I took 6 months off of work.
Wow.
Now we're all in therapy trying to get used to him not being here.
Told,
Yeah.
told the boss to go get fucked. I had some time off because I was sick again, and went back to work. And when I went back, he decided that he was just going to throw everything at me at once.
Right.
To the point of where I was driving down to the Blue Mountains, which is like 3.5 hours away, and back one day, asleep.
Yeah.
Not very good when you're in a fuck up great big truck driving down there and back.
Right.
To the point that Neil and Bobby were on Skype with me, and they talked to me all the way there and all the way back.
Yeah.
So that day I came home and I went, nah. I said, I'm not coming back, but like, it's not worth the risk to me
Trains
or to any other
coming.
person on the road.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I went back. He started again, so I think went, nah, fuck it, you're gone. And then I started a new job about, 4 or 5 weeks ago now, maybe a bit longer. And same thing happened. Good at what I do, was getting stuff done, getting done early. The next minute I know, the boss decides to ramp up the days, between 11 and 14-hour days. And I was like, mate, when you're lifting furniture and carrying furniture around, you can't fucking do that. It's too much on your body.
Yeah.
2 seconds.
Dad, the snake's loose. Dad, the snake kicked me off the couch.
Yeah.
Cat's on my foot.
No, his son was on the couch with the snake watching TV, and the snake kept encroaching over and over. And finally, his son got chased off the couch by a snake.
Aw.
I just thought that was funny.
Yeah.
So how old are your kids there, Andy?
9 and 15.
Oh, wow. Right on.
Yeah.
Youngin.
And I want to do a ride along with him, but I want to do it via video rather than in person when he teaches that oldest one to drive.
Yeah.
We have done a ride along with Andy. I just want to hear.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're on
Yeah, we
about.
all do it.
Before this kid even puts the key in the car, he's going to have his finger out the window.
It's not that bad.
We have rode along with you. Where were you?
Sydney?
Right?
Shush.
Downtown Sydney.
Hey, I showed you the traffic that day.
Yeah.
Both times it was downtown Sydney.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but like
It
I said,
makes me-
I showed you the traffic that day.
It makes me think if I ever go to Sydney, I just want to be a pedestrian. But I don't think that's any safer.
I was going to say, is that any safer?
But that white car that zipped in sideways between two semis. What the hell?
Tony, we're facing like this, yeah? The car faced like that. It came
Yeah.
across 3 lanes like that and then whipped in front of me.
Oh my God.
If it would have been me, they'd have had a very bad day.
Oh, no doubt.
If it was my dad, they would have had a very bad day. My dad would have stepped on the accelerator and gone right into them and said, "All right, I hope you like this insurance."
I don't know if you
Right?
heard. I don't know if you heard that day. I actually was shouting out the window to another truck driver. I said to him, "We should have made a sandwich of him."
Yeah.
Right. People are just fucking idiots over here driving.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Especially in the built-up areas like Sydney and that.
Yeah.
And pedestrians are a
Yeah.
menace of their own.
Mostly in college town. Oh Lord.
Oh, God.
Oh,
That's
pedestrians,
right.
they just walk out in front of you. They don't care. Traffic
They
lights
don't even
and
look.
pushing the button to walk across the fucking pedestrian crossing in Sydney, mate. That's a no-no. It's just, hey, there's a gap. Let's walk.
Right?
Yeah. I think
It's like-
after I get back from White Rock, I'm gonna apply here in Edmonton for doing a school bus driver training.
Ah.
Yeah, because they're right now here in Edmonton. There's a real shortage of school bus drivers, and right now they're having to contract out to different companies to have the kids delivered to, the school, from home, school, whatever.
And
Oh.
here we've got police officers and maintenance people from the schools and the bus garage that have to double up and drive buses.
Wow. Wow, that's a shortage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could be a bus driver.
No. I can do it.
I don't think half the kids would get to school.
Oh, it's pretty good. It's pretty good pay, actually.
No, I'm not on about the pay. The pay's good over here. It's like $47 an hour over here for a bus driver.
Right.
But
I would leave kids sitting on the side of the road.
same.
Yeah.
They started getting gobby to me at the bus stop when I'm telling them to get on the bus. They don't do what I tell them to do. They'll be sitting there. And if they start fighting on that bus, I'll pull that fucking bus over and I'll throw their fucking asses off.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm serious. Over here, there's a new thing that's just come in, Tony. We had a bus accident about 2-3 months ago up the road from here. I think you and Neil remember that, Bobby?
I do.
It was a wedding bus, and it rolled over, and it killed like half.
Didn't it kill the bride?
Yeah, it killed the bride and her husband. They left all their kids behind and
Wow.
stuff
Oh,
like
that's
that.
awful.
So they're now saying that bus drivers have got to be more vigilant, and they're saying that the bus driver was at fault because he didn't make sure some of the passengers had a seatbelt on. But at the time, seatbelts weren't compulsory in coaches and stuff like that over here. Now they've gone to the point that all school buses, all coaches, all normal buses have got to have seatbelts in them. Well, I'm sorry, but you go on a fucking school bus and you've got 100 fucking kids, 60 odd kids on a coach, and one of them decides to get up and go to the toilet. The next
Right.
minute you got fucking 4 of them up going to the toilet. So
Mhm.
you're telling me that driver's got to stop their coach, pull over at the fucking side of the road, wait for all those kids to sit back down, make sure they're in their seatbelts. He's concentrating on the road, not them.
Right.
Right.
Over
Well-
here, school buses don't have toilets in it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
But
you
here's-
see, some of
They've
our
got used city buses.
some of our school buses aren't like city buses. Some of ours are actually like coaches. So they do have the toilet in them.
Well, our city buses don't have toilets either.
No, our city
Yeah.
buses don't. But the coach, like I said, the coaches do. But even the city buses, how many kids get on a city bus on a school day, and the bus is too full, so they're standing down the centre, hanging onto the fucking hand rail.
Uh-huh.
Right.
How are they going to wear a seatbelt?
In New York City all the time.
So my answer is, how are they going to wear a
In
seatbelt?
Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
in the big cities.
My thing is, they
Go
can
ahead.
spend billions of dollars on a road,
Right.
but you can't afford to put an extra driver in there, like somebody just to watch the kids.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, come on, really? They do the
Yeah.
same thing here. So I mean, it's like they
But
need
you know-
an extra set of eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Some
thing is,
schools do.
Yeah,
yeah.
back in the day, we used to have like for the little kids, they had a monitor. Person that sat there and they always put down, quiet, buckled.
But
Yeah.
today teachers don't have the authority to make your kids mind. The bus drivers don't.
Oh, here
Right.
they do. I heard that bus driver here yelling out at the kids the other day.
Oh
I
God,
was like,
yes.
oh yeah, and she wasn't nice about it either.
Yeah.
If
Um,
if I'm sitting here in my desk and I heard that bus driver yelling out my window at the road, he was
Right.
screaming.
Well, when my son was in, I guess it was first grade, second grade, he got the meanest bus driver in the entire county, and I understand why. When
Yep.
when he pulled in to drop my son off, there was a kid half hanging out the window. There was one climbing across the top of the seat. He was slithering across the top of the seats. There was two thought they was on a trampoline, and I remember that bus driver before he even opened the door to let my son out. He stood up and said, "I will throw every one of you off this bus and let you walk home." And I was like, "Yeah, that's my kind of bus driver." And then he opened the door, and my son shot out of that bus and ran home. He didn't even stop. He didn't even stop at the car. He just ran right up the hill and went home.
Yeah.
But I mean, it got so bad that they now have to put cameras in buses.
Uh-huh.
When the sheriff's office is following the bus and recording it.
Yeah.
Because parents are like, "That's not my kid, my precious angel. Look, this is your precious angel hanging out the bus window."
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that was the beginning of when the police officers, when you have a lot of trouble on the buses, they started
Yeah.
driving the buses.
Right.
Yeah,
I do
Because they,
think they should.
love-
All buses should have a monitor, because
Yeah.
the driver's got his hands full just trying to get up the road safely with your children.
exactly.
Exactly, but even having a monitor, just imagine how many kids are getting up in their seats and turning round.
Right.
Just that to talk to the person behind them.
Uh-huh.
That bus is gonna, every time that fucking monitor goes off, that driver's got to pull over.
Oh no, we're not. We're talking about a person, a human being that sits like midway back, that can turn around and deal with the kids. Basically a
Yeah.
babysitter. They can deal with the kids, so the bus driver can deal with the bus.
Call attention to the road.
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah.
chaperone.
Yeah, I get it. They used to have that a long time ago. But the
You
thing
remember back
is,
in the day
the way
when we
the way they're looking at it, Bobby, is that's one extra seat that they can put a person in.
right?
Don't think about it as a monitor. Think about it as that's a number to them.
Mm-hmm. That's money out of their pocket. They don't want to have
Exactly.
to come up with. But at the end of the day, that bus was involved in a wreck and several children got hurt bad. It could have been
Yeah.
avoided if somebody had been on that bus to enforce the kids sit down, quit
Right.
screaming, quit throwing stuff.
Yeah.
God, we used to throw everything, books, shoes. We picked up a person and threw them once. So yeah, it gets wild, but
Yeah. Yeah. I
the,
remember.
my bus driver goes, "Do you want me to come back and speak to your mom about your behavior?" No, no. You know,
Yeah.
but then if my mom was told that we were misbehaving, she didn't just go, "Oh, kids are kids." She dealt with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. This reminded me of a time when I was, I think I was, grade 8 or something like that. So I was going to school in Saskatchewan, and one of our bus drivers, and of course I lived out on the reserve, and our bus driver was one of my uncles,
Oh Lord.
and I, and so I said to one of the kids, I said, "Why don't you take this lunch?" Because somebody left their lunch on the bus, and it was in a paper bag. I said, "Why don't you take this lunch and throw it at Edgar and see if you can nail him in the back of the head?"
Oh dear God.
And they said, "No, no, I don't want to do that." I said, "Oh, well, here then, I'll do it." So I threw the bag and nailed him square in the back of the head. He slams the brakes on. He turns around. He goes, "Who the hell did that?" Nobody said anything. Oh, it was fun. He kind of had a bird, but it
Lord.
was just one of those moments.
You're
But yeah,
probably lucky if nobody tattled on you.
yeah, it was funny. Yeah,
Man, now
nobody. No,
I'm loving my new job.
It's air conditioned.
yeah,
Mm,
Well, somewhat.
truck's air conditioned, but I'm going to be having a chat with the boss this week because I think we'll be having some mandatory days off over the next few months,
Yeah.
yeah,
and he's going to
With
have to pay for them too.
with that heat wave, yeah.
yeah.
See, over here, 40 degrees, we stop work. Anything outside, whether it's a road worker, someone working in fields, delivery drivers, stuff like that, where you're constantly out the cab into the humidity, 40 degrees, that's
Hmm.
it. Stop work.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
they reckon we're going to hit 50.7, so
I think Andy's gonna
I'll be
break a
right
sweat.
back.
All right.
Come here. Get in
Uh
here.
oh. Uh-oh. Foxy got out.
Yes. Get a stick out of me. Or sorry.
She's figured out how to work that handle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, God. She's a brave little stupid cat.
Right?
Still outside.
That now you know what she's been doing all those times. She's been sitting there staring out. She's
Uh-huh.
been studying.
Oh yeah.
No
Brave
ice
little
cream for
sweet
her.
kitty. Mm. At least she came back again. I couldn't chase her. I'm by myself.
Lord, I'm glad she did come back in though. I know what the heck was going on.
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad we recorded that too. Because
Yeah.
nobody is going to believe that Tina moved that quickly.
I was just about to say,
Tina doesn't believe she moved that quick.
Oh, when she ran out the door, I did. I got my wheelchair up and I went to the door and I'm like, get in here. She's back at the door too.
Lord. We're going to have to get you one of them halters for the cats.
I have one.
Yep, going to have to tie her to a chair.
oh, once they get a taste of the outside, it is hard to keep them in.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't let her out too long. I made sure her door was latched too.
Yeah, no, this new job, 4 days a week. I finally ironed the boss out, so it's 8 till 4:30 every day. I'm loving it.
Oh, for those who did not see the message you left in chat, explain to them what this coworker bonding session was all about.
What co-worker bonding session?
The one you told your boss that you were going to have to pull over and have a bonding session with your ride-on, and it was
Yeah,
going to take about an hour.
it didn't. It took 2 hours.
Tell these fine
And
folks what you
and
guys were
some
really
lake
doing.
or something.
Well, no. Like,
Did you go skinny dipping with your ride along?
no. I took a pair of boardies and a towel. When we went up to Nelson's Bay, which is like a big
Took a towel. Sounds playing to me.
outlet to the ocean, and knowing that it was going to be like 35-degree day, we managed to smash out all our deliveries by like 12:30, 1 o'clock. So we had a complex delivery, which we had to have a team bonding session to make us gel a bit better. So we took an hour out for the beach,
Uh-huh.
which turned into 2 hours.
Cool.
Hey, it was refreshing.
They went to the lake and got paid for
Over
it,
here, we call them safety meetings.
right?
Yeah.
We don't call
Toolbox
them
meeting.
bonding sessions. We call them safety meetings.
Well, no. See, you have your skill bonding sessions of where you go in and you do like an assault course or something like that to get them bonding more as a team. Or then you've got your normal toolbox meetings where you go in every morning and you'd have a toolbox meeting about health and safety. Well, we skipped the health and safety and just went straight to the hands-on and decided to go to the beach.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Hey, it was on Friday, it was like 34, 35 degrees. We're up at Nelson's Bay where the water's all around you, so the humidity and the reflection off the water is just bad enough with the heat.
Yeah.
So we ended up. I know a little secluded beach up there where you can just walk out up to chest height and just sit there in the nice cool water and just float.
Yeah.
See, when I think about those temperatures, I'm thinking, well, that's not too bad. But I always forget about y'all's humidity is that bad.
That's right. It's a killer. But I was. Where is it?
It's like me and Neil. We could have the same temperature, but his humidity is going to be so bad that he will be 10 to 15 degrees more than I am.
Right.
See,
And I'm
I
sitting there
was all the
thinking-
way up here. So I was surrounded by ocean.
Mm.
But there's a nice little beach just there that's got a load of trees here that overcast it, so you got a nice bit of shelter, and you can walk out to about here and be up to chest height.
Oh.
So it's lovely, and it's all calm, flat water. Like, you can take your kids there from whatever age and not worry about them drowning or the top rip fucking taking them out to sea or anything like that, because there is no rips there. So we just stopped off for a cool off.
Yeah.
See my new curtains, Andy?
They look good.
The only thing, he likes them, but it puts in a little bit too much light.
Way too
Much
much.
light.
I'm really close to the camera for y'all to see me.
Oh.
Oh, it's not
guys,
too bad.
I gotta leave the conversation.
All right, well, we'll see you next time.
Missy calling you.
Yeah.
How did I guess?
What's that?
I said, how did I guess?
Right.
Bye-bye.
Hi, buddy.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Later.
Good.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
It's the little round red button and with a...
Like,
Well, it's been an interesting morning this morning. Again, I'd like to send our condolences out to Dave Brown, 1978 to 2023. He's Sage Girl's brother that was passed away yesterday, I do believe.
Yesterday.
So our condolences from Thunder Mountain Radio team go out there to all
About
the
this
friends
time yesterday, actually.
to all the friends and family. So, it's been a pretty decent show today, guys.
Yeah, thank
Topics have been pretty good. Cam stepped in
Bouncing
on
all
a topic that he wasn't expecting.
Yes.
Oh, Cam, I left you a private message in Skype here.
Okay.
I'll go request messages.
I'm not sure if you were there when that happened last night. So just
I
making
was,
sure
but thank you for
just
letting me
making sure
know.
you knew.
Yep, I appreciate it.
Is Puka okay?
Yes.
Okay. I just see her message saying that she was getting weak and wobbly and that, so...
Yes. It's that thing she's dealing with.
Yeah.
Some days are better than others for her.
Oh, I hear that.
Cam, you missed it.
What did I miss?
Tina shot out of her chair and ran.
What the hell?
Her cat has figured out how to open the
And
door.
when we say chair, we mean wheelchair.
I do walk with a walker, but my door is not that far, but still crap at
Yeah.
me. It's back.
You still ran.
Yeah?
Right? I was teasing her. I said, it's a good thing we got this on camera Even Tina doesn't believe she moved that fast.
I can't believe she
cat
ran down the road.
Yeah. Her cat sits and studies that door. She has finally figured out how it works.
And I'm about ready to close the main door, block her from ever sitting the outside.
Get her a little box to sit in the window. That's as close as you get.
Yeah.
You know, you want to get what I just got for the snakes. I got my outdoor carrier.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Right.
Where is it?
I'm gonna start taking them outdoors.
When you get time.
He needs to talk to you privately.
Oh, it's probably about right. Setting up bloody radio boss. Don't forget he's just changed servers, so this is what I've just got.
Oh my God.
Aww.
It's a carry bag, isn't it? And then it expands.
Yeah, so it pops out to a whole pen, so I can take him out in the sun and not worry about any birds or stuff fucking attacking them.
Yeah.
Kookaburras over here, they run off with snakes. So.
And then you're gonna have to go get a pet couch to put in it because Nagini likes her couch.
And a TV.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Well, you can put the littlest one's little tablet that he was watching, that video you sent me.
Yeah.
You could put that little tablet in there, and for a snake, that'd be like a big screen.
Yeah.
That got me the other day though when I walked out there and there she is, right up high as she can possibly get, watching the fucking TV, and I was like, it can't be. She can't be watching it. She's facing the opposite direction. Turned the TV off and she went straight back to her cave. I was like, you bitch, you were watching the fucking TV. Turn the TV back on, she comes back up and just sits there like this going, I was like, what the fuck?
Lord.
Most spoiled fucking pets you'll ever know.
Mm-hmm.
We spoil our pets better than we spoil our kids.
Right? The pets listen better?
Sometimes.
I was
Right.
gonna say. Tina just found out that ain't true.
So Tina's going to go get some yogurt out, and she's going to eat it in front of the cat and go, don't you wish you had some?
She stole my cake.
Oh, look. Yeah, mine do.
And then she
I
ate
had-
it. And I'm like, you move.
I hate it when you're eating one of those snack cakes, and all of a sudden it disappears. Like, excuse me, I was trying to chew that.
Yeah.
See, I'm
raising up
lucky.
a stick.
I'm lucky there. The snakes don't like human food. Trust
Oh.
me, Ben has tried. He's
Except for
tried.
coffee.
He's tried giving it strawberry. No, even coffee. She likes the smell of it, but if it's too cold, she won't go near it at all.
Yeah.
And if it's too hot, she just backs away. But he's tried with, like, when we've gone to Macca's, he's got burgers. We've had chicken dinners, and he's offered her chicken and strawberry milkshakes, stuff like that. She'd come up to it and she'd put her tongue on it and have like a taste or smell it, and that's it.
Uh-huh.
Straight away. She gets her taste fix, and that's it.
Yeah.
I think the strawberry milkshake's probably a bit too rich for her though. Because
Probably.
she does like the smell of that, I've got to admit.
I can go for a strawberry milkshake.
Right? Andy's buying,
Yeah.
and we'll go to the lake afterwards.
All right. Get a beach towel, lay down on the sand, and be happy.
Yeah.
And have cabana boys.
I'm
Hey, there we
getting
go.
that.
Cute cabana boys.
Yeah. Well, if they ugly, we could just put a bag over them.
All right, right back.
Cam's going to pack.
Yeah, he's like, I'm already going.
We're gonna go to that beach and sit under the shade tree.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, it was nice on Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what was missing though?
Cold beer.
Exactly. If I'd have had the cold beer there, I think it would have lasted a couple of hours longer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You'd have never made it back to the shop in time.
That doesn't bother me. I've got keys.
Right. Hey, you could even got a couple hours overtime.
Yeah. It was, like I said, it was more to the fact that it was that fucking hot there on Friday. I said to the old cider that morning, I said, take a towel with you. I said, because if we get a chance, we'll fucking cool off in the water. And we got finished well early, so I went, fuck it, we'll just take an hour out. And that hour just dragged on a little bit longer. And
But it's nice to be able to do that, though, you know?
it was, but it was well fucking needed.
Yeah.
We'd banged out a whole truck by 12:30. That truck never went so fast on Friday.
This might have to be an every Friday thing.
Possibly. And after today, holy shit, I pity that truck on Tuesday. I'm going to think I'm driving the go-kart again. Whoa, yeah!
Your kids got whiplash yet?
No. They did pretty well, actually. Like, first time Carson drove a cart, because normally that goes in a double cart with me.
Mm-hmm.
And they're slightly slower, which I've been waiting for this day, honestly and truthfully, because every time we've gone before, Ben's like, ha ha, I've beat you, ha ha, I've beat you. Like, alright, you little cunt. Like, I'll fucking teach you. You want to see someone drive? I'll drive. So I phoned them up today and I said to them, how old is it for your youngest driver now? They went, 8. Oh, it's sweet. We're on our way. We got there. I threw Carson in the cart on his own. First race, he was hitting the wall and getting used to the cart, which is to be expected. He's never driven before. I was just hammering it, getting used to the track. Like, it was so hot today, the tyres were sticking, so you could really hammer it. I mean, forget the brake, you didn't need it. And second race, because you got 13 laps in each race. Second race, I've gone out and I've just gone from the start full throttle the whole way. Boom. I set the fastest lap time of the day of 1:17 for an 850 metre track.
Now, when do they start driving over there?
16.
So,
You got a year.
right. Right.
So, but yeah, like I'm
Here, you got like 10 months.
yeah. So yeah, going around this track and I'm going around that bloody fast, like the G-force of the car as I was going down the straights was pushing my chest up to the point of where I was sitting there holding my breath because I couldn't breathe.
Lord.
Yeah, I had it full speed. Like that picture that you see, that I sent to Jerry and that earlier, of the track.
So he's getting Carson out. He's getting Ben out there.
Bobby, are you eating zebra cake?
I am. I'll have one for you.
I'm eating chicken salad on crackers.
That sounds good.
Like, as you came around, where is it? You come up here around these bends here, which slows you right down. But as soon as you got to this bend here, you could come down here full flat bore, take this one really wide,
Yeah.
and as you take it wide, you come back round here on this line, so you come out wide in narrow. You didn't have to brake here, and you could just full bore it right the way around here until you got to this corner here. By the time you got here, you were hitting 60, 80 mile an hour easy. It was just, yeah. We left the track and Ben's going to me, Dad, we've got to do it again. I was like, why? He goes, Carson got in front of me and wouldn't let me pass. Then I hit him, then I hit the wall, then this person got in front of me, then that person got in front of me. I looked at him and went, Ben, so shut your fucking excuses up. I said, you can't drive.
Right.
I said, I didn't have that problem. I lapped people 7 times.
Like I said, you keep taking him to the go-kart track. I want to ride along when you get him in the car.
No thanks. I need a crash helmet, a roll cage, a full racing harness.
He'll come out the driveway sideways.
Look, Dad, I'll show you how to fucking drive.
You would be like looking around for that siren. Oh, it's not a siren. That's Andy screaming.
I'll give him his due. He was about... Oh, hold on. Where are they? What race was that?
My kids did pretty good driving, but there's always that one incident that you always remember.
In the second race, he was... .259 seconds behind me. And in the first race, he was...
That ain't too bad.
In the first race, he was... Where's the first race?
Okay.
Oh, there. In the first race, he was 8.431 behind me.
Andy,
Yeah?
it's time. Almost.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, I'm stopping the radio right now.
Well, that concludes today's Saturday morning podcast from me, DJ Wolfman Jack, DJ Junkyard Dog, DJ Tina Toons, DJ Mute, Cam, and DJ Fast Eddie. We had special guest Tony from Radio Galaxy and special guest Carol from Radio Galaxy as well. Again, we'd like to send our greatest sympathies out to the family of David Brown, 1978 to 2023. Catch you all later, folks. This is TMR signing off. Stay safe. God bless.